Our day 3 challenge question says, Bud has 13 toys and Pip has 10 toys. How many toys do Bud and Pip have all together? So we have a word problem, and when we have word problems, our first thing to do is to pick out our important information and underline it in the question. So let's have a look. Our first piece of important information is that Bud has 13 toys and that Pip has 10 toys. These are going to be important numbers that we need. We're also told we want to find how many toys they have all together. So this word all together means total, and that means we want to do addition. We're going to be doing an addition sum. So we want to do Bud's 13 toys plus Pip's 10 toys, okay? This is the sum we want to do, 13 plus 10. Now, there's a couple of different ways we can do this, so we'll do them in 2 different ways. Our first way we can do this is using our number bonds. This is a method we have learned in our classes together, and this involves partitioning our number 10. So we want to partition our number 10 into something that's going to be really easy to add on to my 13, and then whatever number we have left over. So my number 13 ends in a 3, doesn't it? If I'm using my number bonds, I know the number 7 goes with the number 3 really nicely to make a full 10, doesn't it? So I can partition my 10 into a 7 because I know that 13 and 7 are going to go together really nicely. And then I think, what goes with 7 to make up my 10 that I'm adding on? Well, again, using my number bonds, I know it's a 3. So we're going to break up my number 10 into a 7 and a 3, okay? So now I'm going to think about my sum as 13 plus 7 plus 3. I've just partitioned my 10 up into 2 slightly smaller numbers. Now, I can see that I have a 13 and a 7. We said earlier these numbers go together really nicely because they make 20. They are a number bond to 20. So I now have the sum 20. I'm doing my 13 plus 7 plus on my 3. I need to be careful to not forget that extra 3 on the end. So now all I need to do is 20 plus 3. So if we count up, if we're on 20, we have 21, 22, 23. So our answer is 23. 13 plus 10 is 23. Now there's another way I can think about it if we're really, really good at adding on our 10s. So if I start again with the sum 13 plus 10, we might know straight away that when we add 10 onto something, all we need to do it really speedily is to increase the number in my 10s column by 1. I'm adding on a whole 10, so my 1s column isn't going to change, that 3 is not going to change, but I'm going to add 1 onto my 10s column, which means we could really quickly do 13 plus 10 equals 23, because all I've done is add on 1 into my 10s column. So that's our other super speedy way of doing the sum 13 plus 10, and this tells us that Pip and Bud have 23 toys all together when they add up how many each of them have.